How many times in your career have you had to reach out continuously to clients and have them organize, maybe structure, or just voice how they actually want their content laid out or shown for that matter? Plenty, right? Let me introduce you to a quick way so that you can get the most out of how your clients see that information and get you well on your way to building the right digital product for them, website, mobile app, or whatever. And you'll be surprised. This is a free tool. So if you're ready and you are excited about it, stay tuned for more. Let's do it. So you've gotten a design project. Maybe it's a web client and they say, hey, we want you to just build this thing, design it, lay it out, build it. And you're like, hey, I don't have any content. I don't know where this goes. What do you actually want on it? And there's so much there. Well, there's an activity that you can do that can speed that process along. And it can actually be fun for your clients to do for you. If you don't know about it, it's called card sorting. This is a UX research technique where you take the participants and you start to group cards, those cards being web pages, navigational elements, content chunks. You start to then organize these cards or you lay them out and you allow your clients to sort them and label them accordingly to how they mentally perceive them to be grouped. Now, I know it sounds pretty strange, but it's an actual fun activity. This gives you a leg up in terms of understanding how they see their own content and what they'd like to see it laid out as. So you start to then find out several different things. One, you get to see how naturally they group not only their content, but things that they want to see on their webpage. It starts to categorize information, and this reveals a lot of insights so that you have perception on what they prefer. And we all know the customer's right? The second thing it helps with, it helps inform the architecture of information. So this allows you then to see how things are grouped and lay out menus, navigation items, even like structures of content. And that's helpful when you're starting to lay it out on the page. You also get to validate what exists before. So let's say you're doing a redesign of an existing website. What they had previously may have been laid out in one way, whereas this exercise allows you to see if those things still hold true, or if there's a new model or a new expectation that they have. And then lastly, you can actually determine what's most cost-effective and user-friendly based on the names and the labels. So instead of doing a e-commerce site that has just collections, you may find that your customers or your clients want them broken up to t-shirts, maybe pants, shorts, blouses, spring wear versus winter and fall. So these things, you don't have to guess. Allow your clients and users to guide you in a way and inform how you can present the best option for them. There are a few buckets and types of card sorting activities. One is open card sorting. This is where you allow users to openly write in categories, write in topics, and group them accordingly. Then you have closed card sorting. This is where you predefine those categories, and then you allow your users to then sort them according to the categories you have in mind. And then the last one is more of a hybrid approach. This is where you combine them both. You have some where it's open for interpretation. They can actually write and fill in and make their own. Whereas you also have predefined ones where you allow them to sort them and place them in certain areas as well. Today, in this video, I'm going to show you a predefined, almost like a closed card sorting app that you can use that help you move things forward with your clients. It's fun, it's easy, And best of all, it's free. Don't tell anyone. Let's jump into my computer. I'm gonna show you this app, and then we're gonna walk through just a slight demo so you can see all of the use cases that you can work within, and it may be something that you will use. And if you do, kudos to you. A free tool that'll help inform you and your clients, and you don't have to chase them down for anything. Sign me up, please. We're gonna go to cardsort.com, and this is with a K, cardsort. And on this website, it seems a little lightweight, but you can actually experience a lot with it. So this just gives you a little bit of information of how and what it does. Online implementation of a card sort technique. It's very simple, very straightforward, and easy to use. Now, I like apps like this and websites like this because they're not full of fluff. They get straight to the point. You know what you come to visit it for and what to expect. So we're gonna try this demo. We're gonna click the demo button. And this is just gonna help us set things up. I love the way that it gives you some information. It says in this demo, we're going to do a card sort activity based on TV shows, and we're gonna lump them into categories. So I'm gonna hit next. It gives you questions about your user group. So essentially you're trying to solve this for the exact user group that you intend to serve. So we're going to select, let's go with 18 to 24. It's going to tell us which platform we prefer and offers a better user experience. I particularly like Netflix. And if I had to choose between the two, I'm going with Netflix, okay? I know you've heard it before, Netflix and chill, that's real. Moving on, we're going to hit next. Then it gives you some quick instructions. Now, you can do this in a moderated way. You can do this async. So there's a variety of ways to approach this. I love the fact that it gives you instructions on how to approach it. So there's less of a need for you to moderate things for your clients. But if you want a more seamless experience, I would walk them through this in the beginning portion and then guide them and let them do their thing afterwards. We're gonna hit next and move forward. Now, what you see here on this left panel, these are the cards. These are the list of shows. And then the categories these are lumped in is casual viewing, slow burn, and the sci-fi. You can actually click the information tooltip and add remarks on this. So let's say slow burn is, long-standing viewing. I'm gonna confirm it. Now, this just added a label inside. I'm not gonna do them to all of the sections, but it shows you that you can interact with this as well. I'm gonna look to the left, this left panel, and look at these cards. Now, I'm going to determine whether it's something that I'll casually watch, a one-off, or it's something that I want to take my time and view for a longer period of time, watch the episodes back to back, or kind of binge watch, if you will. And then I'm gonna look to see which ones to me identify as sci-fi. So we're just gonna walk through these. I'm gonna do it myself, and then feel free, you can try it too. I'll leave a link in the description. I think this is a good structure of how I would view it. Keep in mind, there's no wrong or right way to approach this. This is just how you perceive what categories and what labels you would bucket things in. Now, if I wanted to, I can actually create my own label. It's casual viewing, slow burn, sci-fi. I can just say binge watch.
I'm gonna say these are
So these are shows that I would watch for a longer period of time. I'm gonna load up the first episode or wherever I am, hit play, and just go for it. So I'm gonna confirm that. Now I've added a new category. So if there were one or a few of these things that I wanted to lump in, like Narcos, I binge watched that, don't tell anyone. These are categories I'm structuring things on and labels in which I'm seeing these actual shows being placed within. Now, you already had your instructions and assign them accordingly. I'm gonna hit next. Now, you can then submit this study. So if I were to put my information in, I'm gonna say this is the TV card sort study. Now, once I send this, I can get a report of actually what I've done. So I'm gonna submit it. It's gonna say, thank you. Voila, we've done our card sorting. We've organized information accordingly and toward the mental model that we've had. You've seen me look at the pre-existing ones, organize them accordingly, and even create my own. So now that you're done, you can then use this to enter your information, send that study on, and then you'll get a layout, a report of how things were organized. Now, that's just a demo, so it's showing you the features, but if you're signed up, you go through the process, kind of set up your own, you'll get a full report and go from there. The beauty with this is that's one activity. If you were to pair that with something else, like a tool that'll facilitate something like a sitemap, then you really have a great structure to work with. Let me show you. So if you want to get up to speed with this particular tool, I'll leave a link to that video. This tool is relumeai, and in this, you can actually use AI to create a really good structure for your website. You can develop a sitemap from the exact same things and categories that we've already talked through. Let me show you. So I'm in my actual dashboard. I'm gonna click, I'm starting a new project, and I'm just gonna call this project TV shows. And at first glance, going to then look at a sitemap. I'm gonna do 1 to 5 pages. You have the ability to do more, but 1 to 5 is particularly good. Now, I'm just gonna put some information in here. I'm just gonna say, this is a media. So I put a simple prompt and added it here in the input field. And what I'm gonna do is now just generate a sitemap. I've already created one using the card sort tool. Now I'm gonna see just what this one does. Now, this broke it up a little differently just based on that sitemap. So it gave me a home view, some sections, shows, movies, different things. And now you get to see the pairing of one tool with another you can then map what you've done in one tool, bring it over here, and just start to really rebuild and recreate it super fast, quick, and easy. Now, this is just a sitemap, but if I were to expand this a little further, I can then add sections to them. I can adjust these categories. And if my client then says, hey, I like how this is laid out, I like the organization of this, I can then restructure these things accordingly and generate sections from there. So I will pause here because I don't want this video to get too long, but I just want to inform you on the power in which one tool combined with another can then be a super tool kit for you to help you start the process And this only took several minutes. So if that's your jam and you're excited, this is the direction AI is going. So use some of the tools. I'm going to provide links here below, and then show me exactly what you created. Let me know if there are some nuances with one tool versus the other, and if this is something you will integrate into your workflow. I'm going to play around with a few more tools just to see exactly how I can pair them all. But this thing is just at the beginning stages. And so the more and more there is feedback, there is testing, you will start to see improvements in the feature and go from there. So that's all we have today. If you like this video for whatever reason, give it a like, share it with some designer or someone, maybe a client of yours that you feel can get value from it. And as always, your life has color, so make sure to design it that way. And I will see you in the next one.